Shinahi, it's LittleSatyr, and I'm sick. Please ignore any voice cracks or potential harks and death noises. I'll try not to make them, and I'll try to edit them out if things actually end up coming down to that. I'm sorry. I had a cold, which has developed into a sinus infection, so I'm like partially dying, but this is fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, hi. I've been gone for almost half a year. It wasn't entirely intentional, not entirely. Uh, First, I had like a load of things that were going on, like a fuck ton of things that was going on. And I was like, yeah, I don't really have time. And then this whole Culpa situation kind of hit the fan, you know? And I was like, huh. Am I going to be able to keep on doing YouTube, or is that gonna end my ass in court and I'm gonna get sued because I'm stuck in a kind of gray area where I can't mark my content as for kids or not for kids because I'm drawing cartoon characters and shit, but at the same time I swear a fuck ton and talk about topics that aren't really suitable for children. So I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And then I realized, hey, they're not gonna sue people that are stuck in the gray area, and if I mark my shit as not for kids, I'm safe because it's not intended for kids. So I'm good. All is well. They don't have a general audience option, whatever, but apparently marking it as not for kids means that you have marked it as for a general audience, and therefore I'm technically safe. So we should be fine. Everything is fine. I'm not gonna get my ass dragged to court. So yeah. So I wasn't really sure if I dared to do much with that. And then I was in Norway for a month while this whole debacle was being settled. So I was like, yeah, I can't make videos while I'm in Norway. So I'm just gonna wait until I come back home and see what happens. And then I came home and then I woke up the next morning, partially dead, no voice, nose was clogged all the way down my throat. I couldn't fucking breathe. I've been living off of tea and yeah, now it's a sinus infection, but I am getting better. So my voice doesn't typically sound like this, as you guys probably know. It's a little bit still. So yeah, I hopefully it'll get better throughout the video. It's just I just need to warm it up a little bit, I suppose. I don't know. But yeah, hi. Also, new microphone. My boyfriend's the fucking best, and he said like that my headset was falling apart, or it was falling apart. It was literally held together with duct tape because I'm a poor fucker and I can't afford to buy new headsets as soon as one starts falling apart. This is just the way I treat my electronics. I keep the same thing until it's literally unusable because I don't have money to get anything. So we good, right? But yeah, he got me a new headset because yeah, our main line of communication is like through voice calls and stuff because we have a like a long distance relationship, and he was like, yeah, your microphone's garbage. You need to replace that like now. So he bought me a new headset, not just for my sake, but for his sake as well. So a real fucking MVP. I love him so much. But yeah, hi. I'm not gonna bore you with the rest of the details of where I've been. Just know that I've been fine. I've been safe. It's just sickness and busyness, basically. Nothing bad happened. I do want to take a second to thank all of the subscribers who actually stayed, as well as the like 20 something that I gained in my absence. Like, what the fuck? I haven't done anything. I've just been existing, kind of. And still, suddenly, I guess my videos ended up getting recommended because they suddenly got recommended to me. So I'm like, oh, did I get slipped into the algorithm all of a sudden? What did I do? Haven't been active. So, yeah, for any new people who don't know that I haven't posted for nearly 6 months, hi, welcome to my channel. I can't keep a consistent upload schedule to save my life, but I try. I also cannot keep a proper conversation, and I'm very bad at staying on track with shit I'm talking about. I haven't even gotten into the topic of the video yet. This is what you can expect. Uh, yeah. I'll actually try throughout the year to like spice up my channel a little bit. I have ideas for what I want to do to make my videos a bit more interesting, but I haven't quite gotten there yet. I'm working on it. We'll see how long it takes before I get there, but I'm definitely working on it. So, yeah, famous lost words. I'm trying, I'm working on it. Soon, TM. But yes, topic. because this is actually kind of sort of relevant in a way, kind of sort of, because of a situation kind of went down. I'm not going to detail about what the situation is. I don't want to mention the person. I don't want to mention the wrongdoings. I've said my piece about the whole situation, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't feel the need to make a video specifically talking about this person or targeting this person or talking about their whoopses, basically. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to focus on the root of the problem, like basically what started this whole debacle, which is fictional crushes. Yeah, some tend to get out of hand. Though, even though I'm saying like, oh, they can get out of hand, it can sometimes get bad, blah 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 blah. If you're looking for a video where someone's gonna sit here and talk smack about people who have fictional crushes and shit, this ain't the video, fam. You're not getting that out of me, because that's not the type of person I am. Did I breathe into the microphone? I probably did. I'm just gonna turn it away a little bit so I don't breathe into it again. I'm not used to this microphone yet. I literally do not know how close it can be to my face without the audio being horrible. So, yeah. I'm used to having to have it like basically in my mouth for it to properly pick up sound. This doesn't seem to be the case with this one, so I'll take this video as a bit of a learning experience, I guess, to get to know my new microphone. So, yeah. But fictional crushes, again, this ain't the video where I'm gonna sit and talk smack. You're not gonna get that kind of video out of me. If you want someone who wholeheartedly hates people who have fictional crushes, you're gonna have to look somewhere else, because that's not me. But I am still gonna talk about it. And please note that everything I have to say in this video is based entirely off of opinion. None of this is like an objective fact or anything like that. I'm just talking about like my personal experience and my personal opinion. If you happen to have an opinion or experience that completely differ from mine, and you think I'm a fucking idiot for saying this, that's fine. You're definitely allowed to disagree with me. The only thing I'm asking is that you remain respectful in the comments, because I know damn well that if someone starts a war in the comment section, someone's not gonna agree with you, and then they're gonna continue said war, and then I'm gonna have a fucking clusterfuck if people actually end up seeing this video. Basically, on the off chance that people actually end up seeing this and like a comment war is going on down in the comment section, I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not going to be deleting comments though. Like, don't. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not interested in deleting comments. So all I'm saying is just please be respectful, alright? You're welcome to disagree with me. And if you want to have a mature and like civilized conversation about why I'm a fucking idiot, go right ahead. Just be civilized, okay? Yeah, that's literally all I ask. Call me a dumbass all you want, as long as you do it in a respectful, tasteful manner, okay? It's fine. It's fine. So, yeah, you're welcome to disagree. Yada yada. So, yeah, with that, let's just get into the bullet points that I've actually written down, because I'm trying to be organized again, trying to get back into that, because my latest few videos have not had bullet points or in any way, shape, or form been organized, so it's just been rambling, basically. So, I'm gonna try to stray away from that again. I actually have a couple more bullet point scripts written up, so yeah, that's 3 potential videos right there. But let's just get straight into this then. Okay, so first things first. If you for some reason just happen to stumble over this video and you for some reason don't know what a fictional crush is, let me explain it to you. It's very self-explanatory actually. It is basically, it describes someone who has a crush on a fictional character. It's not more complex than that. Though it can be to varying degrees. Some people will just be completely level-headed, they're aware this character doesn't exist, and instead they're just trying to like show their appreciation in ways that they can, but they are still fully aware that this character is not real, and they can still like maintain like a fully working like life outside of this whole thing, and it doesn't really affect them in any way, and they're completely fine. Some people might make like self inserts just to like have a little something going on with this fictional character, but they're happy to just have it like that, that they're fine. Though some people actually do get so extremely emotionally invested in these characters that they actually get upset and depressed because they know that this character isn't real and they can't be with them. I punched the microphone, didn't mean to do that. And that really hurts them and makes them really upset. Both of these, I'm fine with. It sucks when people actually get depressed because of this, but I still understand to an extent what is going on. And I'm not going to sit here and be like saying that someone is cringy or stupid for getting so emotionally invested in a character that they get depressed, because they can't really decide who they fall in love with, and if this happens to be a fictional character, that's not their fault, and they can't control how like extreme their emotions are gonna be. So yeah, it really just varies from person to person how intense their feelings for this fictional character happens to be. And I'm not gonna say that I haven't had my own experiences with this, which is sort of why I want to talk about this, because I want to share my own opinion and experiences about fictional crushes and stuff, because there is quite a bit of me to talk about right there. And I keep seeing people bring this up as if it's a horrible thing to do, and that everyone who happens to have a fictional crush is dumb or something like that, and just like going through great lengths to, well, insult these people for seemingly no reason whatsoever. And as I mentioned before, there is like some relevancy to the situation because of, yeah, this topic because of a situation is what I meant to say. I'm very good at speaking English, I swear. So, yeah, there are varying reasons as to why I want to talk about this and why I chose to do it now rather than earlier or later. I, yeah, first video of the year because, like, this is somewhat relevant. So, like I said, I've had my own experiences with this as well. It's mostly from childhood. Like, it all started when we got Disney Channel and I I saw Kim Possible for the first time. This is also where I developed my fascination for the bad guys, or in this case, the bad girls. Didn't know I was I didn't know I was into girls back then. I didn't even know what a crush meant, but damn was I invested in finding out shit about Shigo from Kim Possible. Like, she's such a cool character. Like, I can't even lie. She's still really freaking cool, and she was definitely the first like villain character that I really, really got attached to, and it just kind of grew from there. Like, this is still something that I do. Like, I still get really attached to the villain characters. I don't even know what's going on. Like Moira, Sombra, Widowmaker from Overwatch, like all of these characters. I'm like, yes, thank you. Also Sylvanas from World of Warcraft. Basically, Blizzard makes good villain ladies. I can't say more about that. So, like I said, it started with Shigo, and I just got like this is something that I carried with me for years, that I just got attached to specific characters. Like, for an example, my first male character that I actually got like super duper invested in and that I had like this massive fucking crush on was Tails from the Sonic series. Don't worry, I was 12. I was 12. I am fully aware that his character is 8 years old. I am fully aware I was 12. I wouldn't fall in love with a child character now, but damn if I didn't back then. I was. Oh, it's almost embarrassing to talk about how big of a crush I had on Tails. And yes, I knew he wasn't real. I'm fully aware of that. Absolutely fully aware of that. But it was also kind of fueled on by the fact that I also had friends who also had like fictional crushes, like massive fictional crushes. I think like at least two more people in my friend group did. Also, Sonic characters. One of them had like this massive crush on Knuckles, the other one had a massive crush on Shadow. So this wasn't like, it wasn't just me, it was the entire friend group. And yeah, out of the people that I got close to, they were all pretty chill. Like, we had some, like one altercation because of Shadow, don't want to get into detail about it because, like, again, we were 12 and it was stupid, and yeah, it didn't need to happen whatsoever. It really didn't, but it did because, kids will be kids, I guess, and kids get invested and kids take shit way too seriously. And they don't understand that, hey, maybe you shouldn't be yelling at your friends because of a fictional character. Maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe that's a dumb thing to do, is it not? We got teachers involved. I don't want to talk about exactly what happened, but it went bad. It was bad. So that was like the only thing that happened in my friend group, though. Though I did know a few other people who actually were a bit more hands-on aggressive, if I can say that. Like, there was this one person who I met on YouTube, actually, many years ago, like back when you could still send messages. I don't know if there is a messaging system on YouTube anymore, but back then it was like really easily accessible. Like, you could send, like, yeah, private messages to people back and forth. It was kind of like emails or whatever. And we met through there because I found out she was Swedish. We both really liked Sonic, and I added her on MSN, which was the cool thing back then. If you don't know what MSN is, you didn't miss out on much. Think basically Skype. If Skype was a bazillion times worse than it actually is. That there you have MSN. It wasn't more than that. Voice calls barely worked. Don't even try to have a video call because that didn't work. You could send voice notes and really, really annoying animated clips that just popped up on top of everything else, no matter what you did. And there was also this one thing you could send to someone where you would shake the screen or the chat window, and it went blah blah blah. And no matter what you did, if you didn't have your fucking if you didn't have your status set to don't disturb or busy, it would pop up in the middle of the screen and shake, no matter what else you did. It was annoying. It was a clusterfuck, and I'm glad that it's gone. But anyway, this is not the topic of this video. But we added each other there, and as we grew older, we actually did end up meeting face to face at one point at a convention, because I knew that she was going, she knew that I was going, and we ended up running into her. And a friend of mine said something weird, or said something about Shadow, and because this girl also had like a massive crush on Shadow. I don't think she does anymore, but back then, like, again, she might have been a year older than me, maybe a year younger. I know we weren't the same age. I think she might have been a year older, but we were like 13, 14, somewhere around there. We were under 17. I know that much, but we I think we were 14, yeah. And she actually growled at my friend for insulting Shadow or something like that. And my friend used to look on her face, was like, okay, what? Sorry, what? And she would also like insult other characters, and it was a mess. Like, she didn't like go into full on rampages or anything like that, but she was so protective of her Shadow. Like, it was at a point where she threatened to harm herself when Shadow got hurt or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it didn't end well. And yeah, it ended poorly. It really ended poorly. And she has grown up since then, though. I'm pretty sure she doesn't behave like that anymore. Because she's like, if she's a year older than me, she's turning 28 this year, and I don't think she's still behaving like that. I'm not seeing it from her anymore. I still have her added on Facebook. But yeah, some people just get like that, and that is kind of where the problem is. But yeah, that was like childhood experiences. I have adult experiences too, sort of. I mean, I still get attached to fictional characters to this day. I still really do. I get so ridiculously invested in characters. But instead of like having a fictional, like, romantic crush, I think it's more like a friend crush, I think. I'm not sure, but even though I know that they're not real, but I still want to get to know every single thing there is to know about them, and I will get invested to a point where Like, I won't shut up. If I find out some like useless trivia about these characters, I will tell people about it. Like, I will. 100%. If I know that people actually care about these characters as well, I will shower them with useless trivia. Though, again, I don't think it hasn't been a romantic crush in a very, very long time, despite the fact that I keep referring to Sombra as my wife. Um, I also refer to Moira as my wife, same as Widowmaker and Sylvanas and Alexstrasza and several other fictional characters. Notice how all of them are girls. I'm a very straight individual. um, but yeah, it's all jokes. It's all jokes. I know that they're not real, and if they were real, I would probably not even attempt to make any form of move on them or anything like that because I have a boyfriend and I'm perfectly happy with him. Thank you very much. But yeah, and I keep seeing other people like actually have full blown crushes on fictional characters as well. Like I see it quite often actually. It's very often that I see people who have like fictional crushes and I'm chill with it. Like I couldn't care less honestly if other people are in love with fictional characters. That's none of my business and I shouldn't be judging them for that because I mean like they're still people, excuse me. And as I mentioned previously, they can't really control who they fall in love with either. And if it happens to be a fictional character, that's just the way it is, really. But yeah, and I mean, there is also reasons as to why people do this. For some people, it's just that they're appreciating their favorite characters. It's just for fun. They appreciate them and expresses it with shipping, with like their self inserts and stuff. That's fine. I see people do that a lot, and it's quite normal to do that. And for some people, it is a form of escapism. Because I know myself, actually, I use games and music and stuff like that, and I write my own stories and I roleplay and stuff as a way of escapism as well. Because sometimes you just don't really. Sometimes you just need a break from the real world, you know? And if you can somehow just sink into an alternate universe for a bit, even if it is for just a few minutes or something like that, it sometimes does help a lot. I know for me personally, by doing that and escaping into an alternate reality and stuff like that, whether it be through role play, games, movies, or whatever, it helps me feel less lonely. Because I gotta be honest, like personal stuff incoming here, but I have very few friends who live within walking distance. Like I have several friends in town, but it's just like these are people that I knew from when I was very, very young, and we kind of grew apart. So I don't see them that often. The main people who were a part of like my friend group growing up, who I still actually talk to on occasion, they live quite far away, and I'm not really able to hang out with them as much. My best friends happen to live in another town, and my best friend who lives in town is busy a lot. So I don't get to see people all that much. So I'm alone for a very large portion of the day. And I have two people that I talk to on the daily. That would be my boyfriend and another friend who lives definitely too far away for me to be able to hang out with them. So I am, yeah, I'm alone a lot. And I hate being alone. That's like the worst thing. No, I hate being alone more than anything else, to be honest. So having an alternate world to slip in for a bit to battle how lonely I actually feel at times, it helps so much. Like it really, really helps so much. People can call me childish all they want because like, oh, you're just like fucking 26 years old going on 27. You shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know? I just leave me alone, okay? No, but like I understand why people are using it as a form of escapism. I completely understand. Like just having that as a security blanket, I suppose. It's quite nice and very therapeutic. It's not a good way to just yeah, just to deal with everything, but like if it works, I'd rather have that than be depressed or take to something else like alcohol or drugs, as I know that some people do. So escaping into a fictional world where with your fictional crush and stuff, if that is what you decide to do instead, I'd say that's a better trade. It's a way better trade-off. I could make a video entirely on escapism and stuff like that if I wanted to, and I might at some point, but I would have to go into really personal things, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to actually go that far and talk about that yet. So I'm gonna leave it at that for now. But if that's something people want, and I for some reason suddenly feel comfortable enough to do it, then maybe I'll do that later. But this is not a video. I don't want to go into more details about that because of, yeah, personal things. So, yeah. But despite all of that, like, despite what people happen to do it for, people see issues with this. Like, they take serious issues with people doing this. Some people will call their self-insert a Mary Sue because, like, oh, you're shipped with a canon character, how dare you? People will find it weird that they have a crush on a fictional character and stuff like that. And some people do actually take it a bit too seriously. Like, going around with, like, yeah, just aggressive behavior, basically. This is where I have a problem with it. I have a problem because some people get aggressive. I don't see it as a problem other than that, really. I mean, I feel it's harmless, it's a non issue, it's perfectly fine to have a crush on a fictional character. You're not hurting anyone. It's when you take it so far that you actually start hurting people, that's where I take issue with it. If you are valuing these fictional characters higher than actual people to a point where you will call people out, you will swear at people, you will throw temper tantrums because people for some reason don't like a certain thing about the character that you happen to have this massive crush on. Like, when you're doing that and letting your real, like, your fictional crush and stuff, like, basically ruin your image and making you come off as an aggressive, crazy fan brat, that's where we have an issue. Again, this whole thing with getting upset and being depressed because you can't be with your fictional crush, that is not what I'm talking about. It's the the aggressive actions that I have an issue with. When you're yelling at people, swearing at them, and acting as if they have insulted your actual friend or your actual partner. That's where things go a bit too far, and that's where I start to get concerned. Because honestly, when you're valuing pixels so high over real people, like ruining potential real friendships because of a fictional crush, that's where we have a problem, really. That's really where we have a problem. And yeah, I don't no, I don't think you should let it dictate your actual, like, how you view other people. Uh, if you are one of the people who get so super invested to a point where you get depressed, and this for some reason like keeps you from having a real relationship, this is not what I'm talking about. Again, not what I'm talking about, because some people just can't deal with a real relationship. Because here's the thing, a fictional character, while they're not real, while you'll never be able to actually touch them and have like a real conversation with them, they still won't ever hurt you. They will never do anything bad. And if you have your self insert that you're writing together with them, you can decide how they're gonna act. You can do that as much as you want because this is like your fantasies. This is your world basically to do what you want with because it's fictional. And I can understand if people take to that over a real person. I can to some extent understand. I wouldn't do it myself, but I can understand why other people might. Because it is, in a way, you don't have to worry about being betrayed, you don't have to worry about being hurt. But still, acting as if this character needs to be defended, and if you need to like be super aggressive towards people who don't agree or find issues with this character and the way the character is portrayed or the way the character is developed or anything like that, that's where we have a problem. And you really should consider toning that down. Really. uh just don't be aggressive towards people, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I keep repeating myself despite having bullet points, because my bullet points literally just says, is it a problem? Not really, unless it goes too far. Aggressive behavior. That's all I have. I don't have a script. I have bullet points. Yeah. Just don't, okay? Just calm down. Just calm down. Don't, yeah. Don't let your fictional crush dictate who you can and can't be friends with. That's a problem. But other than that, as long as people aren't like outwardly acting aggressive, I don't see a problem with it. And I see it as completely innocent fun. Just, it's nothing. It doesn't hurt anyone. No one's getting hurt. It's people are hating on these people more than it's worth, in my opinion. And sitting here like, oh, you're so cringy and stupid for having a fictional crush. Oh my god, this character is not fucking real. Oh my god, you're an idiot. How dare you? Just fucking stop that. And acting like that when they're doing literally nothing that has anything to do with you. You're not getting hurt. You don't have to. Just because they have a fictional crush doesn't mean you have to as well. This is their life, and I just think we should just let people have their fun as long as they're behaving in a civilized manner. I don't think we should give them as much trouble as people are giving them. Really, I don't, because I think it's such an innocent thing. No matter what the reason might be, it's still like, whether it be for fun or if it's for escapism or whatever, I feel it's fine, and I don't think that we should be treating them with like a lack of respect because of it. And trust me, people treat these people with a lot of lack of respect, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. So, yeah, just chill. Be nice to each other, okay? Just don't do that. Don't behave like that. There's no need for it. It's a non-issue. Just calm down, alright? I shouldn't be touching things while I'm recording because I'm distracting myself and it's probably making noise. I'm sorry. I tried to pull out the what's it called? The nib from my tablet pen with a pair of tweezers and it didn't work. So if you heard a weird clicking noise, that's what that was. I still don't know how well my microphone picks up sound. But yes, I feel like this video turned out to be like somewhere in between rambly as fuck and still somewhat organized. Because like I feel I had an idea of what I wanted to say, but not entirely what I wanted to say. So yeah, but though I think this is the best way for me to make videos, because like reading off of a script, I don't understand what I'm doing. I hate reading out loud. I stumble over my words. I sound dumb. I struggle. Basically, oh my god. Excuse me. But yeah. So what I wanted to say with this video is basically, it's harmless, it's a non-issue. Stop hating people because you don't understand. Just don't do that. We good? We good. Okay, thank you. But yeah, that was all I had. If you want to see more of my stuff, that doesn't take months for me to get done, apparently. I'll try not to take months to get shit done. I have Twitter, I have DeviantArt, I have Instagram that I keep forgetting that I have For Affinity. I'll leave my link tree down in the description if you want to see more of my stuff. Because some people might just want to see my art and not listen to me ramble, then DeviantArt would be the way, like the place for you. Some people are okay with listening to me ramble and see the occasional art, then that would be my Twitter for you. And yeah, just just take your pick. If you want to see more of my stuff, link trees down in the description. Feel free to follow me, whatever. If you want to talk to me, like get in contact with me, DeviantArt would be the best place for that. And yeah, that was basically all I had to say. Just be nice to your local fangirl. Take care of each other. Be kind, and I hope you guys stay safe. And yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.